Make sure to stay till the end so you guys can learn about the giveaway. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the content, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Alright guys, so I'm going to get right into it. What I want to talk about today is kind of my take on the state of Apex Legends. I've been playing this game since early season 1, probably like as soon as I saw that it had a season, because I thought honestly it was going to die before that, and I got hooked. So there's a lot we got to talk about. There's a lot of lore that's been going on, and I'm excited about where Apex is going. The developers are definitely doing a good job by even opening their own studio in Vancouver, and that means we're gonna get more pumped out Apex Legends content all the freaking time. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. So let me get in right to the first thing that I'm noticing about the game and how the state is. Alright, so number one we have Quest. This is one of my favorite things that they added to this season. It gives us more lore, obviously. And I think this would be a cool thing if they added to every kind of season. They might not bring it back next season, which would be a bummer for me, but I do enjoy learning about more characters and how they interact, kind of. And this way they show Loba is very interesting, and I'm very interested to see how the story continues to go with her. But if they add this with every upcoming season just to give us more stories and just keep coming with quests, especially with the Prowlers, you can add like Titans maybe. That's what I'm thinking they might do next season, which would be hella cool, is if they do a thing with Titans, obviously because Apex is from Titanfall, and it'll be so awesome just to see this Titanfall kind of mix, like completely mix with it, just for Quest, obviously, because Titans in the game would be way too OP. But that would be really freaking awesome if they continued Quest. I think the one thing they could fix with Quest is maybe make the challenges a bit harder, because lately they have not been very hard. So, like, if you're solo, you can probably solo queue all the quests, of course, to make it easier, a little bit easier if you are by yourself. But it will be a lot more fun if they continue doing this, and it'll be a lot more fun. So the second thing I want to talk about are definitely the legends. The legends that have been coming out lately, the past 2 seasons, I've really enjoyed. Revenant and Loba, then you get all the lore from those two people. And the chemistry in this game lately has been really good. And I think, obviously, characters are going to need buffs. They did a very good job with the Mirage rework. Now he's one of the best legends in the game. And he's not bad in ranked either, because when he revives him, he goes invisible. And that really helps in rank, because honestly, I've been bamboozled so many times lately by hearing a wrestling. I'm like, where the heck is that? Then I got a Mirage shooting me in the back. So his new buff is very, very, not OP, but it is very good for your team, and it has helped him a lot. I'm thinking the next buff is gonna have to be Octane or Lifeline. I think those are the two most dire in need of a buff right now. I think Octane needs to come first, but they gave him a slight buff which reduced his ultimate from 90 to 60 seconds, and that is a kind of a buff, but that didn't give him any more team mentality to his, let's say, teamwork. He doesn't have a lot of teamwork, basically. So if we can, I mean, his jump pad is not a terrible, but it's like mediocre. The only legend I think that is like Octane is below mediocre right now, so that's why I've been playing more Pathfinder lately, and I'm close to 5,000 kills with Octane, and I love playing Octane, but I don't want to play him very much until he gets his buff, because it wears on me just having to rely on all of my teammates stuff, because I can't help very much, except, unless I'm solo queuing, and then in that case I'm killing one squad in early game, then I'm dying when I'm second place because I'm by myself. So as long as we can, I think another legend that could use maybe a buff might be Crypto. He got a buff, I think late season 4 it was, where he can start reloading his gun while he is in the drone mode. But I feel like he needs a little bit more, because he just isn't doing it for me lately. I think a really cool thing that they could do for him would be that his EMP doesn't affect him. That'd be a pretty good buff. I don't even think that would be really OP. That would probably just be a decent buff for him, and then he could really be good in ranked, because then his whole team has power and it's not reducing him to anything. That's one of the knocks on that Octane had for me, is that he takes damage to use his tactical, and that sucks. So I think that's one of the better things that we can do is give characters who need the buffs, and then we should honestly be good. And we gotta let the devs take their time, and when they take their time, we're gonna have a very, very good season. I think season 6 is gonna be one of the better seasons that we're gonna have character wise, and I'm excited to see what legend they pump out for us. So the third thing I want to talk about are the guns in Apex Legends and what guns really need a nerf. I think that the one thing that knocked me from liking Season 5 as much was that we did not get a new gun, and I'm aware that COVID is still going on as I speak, but I guess COVID took a big knock on Apex Legends developer. That's why Octane didn't get the buff before Season 5, but I don't think they were able to do what they wanted to do before it, but I did enjoy the things that they were able to produce. I was hoping for I heard a bunch of rumors from data miners that we were supposed to be getting an energetic assault rifle, an energy assault rifle, which would have been interesting. I was hoping for more like a burst, kind of like a Hemlock, but with energy ammo, to give energy ammo another gun, because that'd be pretty nice. Um, but I'm thinking that this next coming season, I think it is an energy weapon from what I've seen on YouTube videos. But I think the Havoc is going to need a big nerf in Season 6. I mean, it got a nerf, quote-unquote nerf, from this season, but it just changed the recoil just a tad bit, and it's still very OP. And I know the developer said that some guns are supposed to be better than others by a long shot, but they're not supposed to be so OP that if you hit 8 shots and knock somebody. I mean, to get that with an R301, I think you have to land 20 something shots to get a knock with an R301, or 18 around that. So it should be interesting, very, very interesting. So I'm interested to see what they're gonna do. And another gun I want to talk about is the R99. I think it really does need a slight buff. People still say that it's really good, but I feel like the R301 is so much better now, especially if you get a gold barrel stabilizer or even a purple stabilizer at this point. It's just a laser, especially if you have a 2x on it. It's insane. The R301 and the Hemlock are probably some of the most underrated guns. A lot of people still use the R99 a lot. I still think it needs a buff, kind of along with the G7. I think the G7 and R99 are one of the best combos in Apex Legends. Then again, if we gave both of the guns a buff, then that combo would be so OP that everyone would be using it. I'm thinking maybe we could buff the G7 to maybe hit probably, we'll say a little less damage, probably 30 damage a shot, but also of course it'll stack up the damage if you keep hitting your shots, but maybe make the gun a little bit faster, because I miss the old days when you could just spam the trigger, kind of like with the P2020 with the G7. Those were the days. And G7 is one of my favorite guns, and R99 is one of my favorite guns. So to see both of those weapons get a buff would be very interesting to see if they would give them a buff. I don't think they will. I think the gun that needs the buff the most is probably either the longbow, because even with Skull Piercer, I still think it needs another buff. It's just not doing it for me. So that, or I'm thinking maybe Flatline, because Flatline was really good. It was actually beastly in Season 4, especially with the Anvil Receiver. And when they got rid of that, I kind of stopped using the Flatline, because it stopped having that pizzazz, I guess, for me. And when I start using it again, it just doesn't, it seems like it doesn't, it just isn't right for me anymore, I guess. So that's why I'm moving on to using R99s and Hemlocks more, especially the single fire Hemlock, because that thing's insane. So I am very interested to see what kind of weapon buff we will be getting this season, and I'm excited to keep seeing what they are going to keep bringing us with weapons. And I was weirded out, honestly, when they didn't bring a gun into Season 5, so I'm hoping that we get at least one gun, if not even two, in Season 6, which would be very interesting. So the fourth thing I want to talk about in this video is the Hopups that have been added back and that are still in the game. So of course, you know, they brought back Skull Piercer for the wingman, the longbow too, but I mean, I don't really use the longbow, but mostly because I think it needs a buff. But the Skull Piercer really does bring the wingman back up to one of the top tier guns. I mean, it never really left, but it also wasn't during season. I think it left in season 3 to season 4. It wasn't there anymore, and it honestly just wasn't. The wingman wasn't the same for me, especially when I'm only hitting my headshots for 90, and you know, but that extra 10 damage, it might not seem like a lot statistically, but you know, when you're knock someone and then you hit him in a headshot, that's 90 extra damage instead of 80. So especially if you're trying to go for a 4K or something, this really, really does help. And I'm excited to see. Man, I said I'm excited to see like a bunch of times. I'm sorry, guys. And well, I am excited to see if they're gonna add another hop up. I mean, they might want to bring back disruptor rounds. In all honesty, my friend Crash Town, he's been talking about it, and you know, disruptor rounds are were one of my favorite things. And I'm bringing the alternator to a top tier gun. I mean, alternator for what? Like I think 3 weeks. It seems like only like 3 weeks that it was really before they nerfed it. I mean, I don't care if they nerf it just a little bit, but disruptor rounds, because like that match with the P2020 with hammer points was actually insane. That made like the game a lot more fun when they have hop-ups for a bunch of guns. I think if they had added hop-ups for, you know, even if it was only for an extra 2 guns or something, I would like to see a bunch more. I'd like to see a bunch more hop-ups, maybe 1 or 2 more, instead of just, I think we have 2 and 3 in the game. I think we have 3 in the game right now. We got Skull Piercer, we got Disruptor Rounds, and then we have Disruptor Rounds, and we have freaking Precision Choke. So I think another one would be interesting. Maybe one for the Hemlock or something, just for OPness, just to fire faster. You know, if a Hemlock fired faster, that'd be insane, especially single fire. So I'm excited to see what kind of stuff they would be doing with it. Any hop-ups that we might be getting soon. So that would be pretty cool, honestly, if they had another hop-up. So I know some of you have been waiting, probably not a lot of you, but some of you might be waiting for this. So we are having a giveaway next week for an Apex Legends tournament for 1,000 Apex coins. And when Crossplay comes, we're having another one for 2,000, not 2,000 Apex coins. Either we're probably going to do like 3 different giveaways when Crossplay comes in, because I'm going to be doing 3 different new tournaments. Just for kicks. So if anyone is interested, please leave the comments who wants to join the tournament, and you will definitely be entered. It's right. This one is PS4 only right now, but we will definitely get more as soon as crossplay is added. So thank you guys for watching so much. I hope everyone has a great day. Make sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you later, guys. Bye bye.